have no idea what I'm doing. This is just a test. But we are going up what they call Skyline Drive right now. It has some really cool views. Hello, hello. Welcome in, monkey. I have no idea how this is going to work on this road because I don't have a very good little phone holder for the car. But we're trying it anyways. We are in Cañon City, Colorado. From bouncing so much. It's a very bumpy road. I'm doing well. How are you, monkey? Just on my back home from a camping trip, but I wanted to do this quick drive because it's really pretty. Good, I'm glad you're doing good. Hello, Joe. Hello, Caleb. Welcome. We're testing my lives. Don't have a very good phone holder, but this is a really pretty drive, so I figured I'd try going live. Over here on the left, there's like dinosaur footprints in the rocks, but it would be too hard to see on here. Sorry that it's so bouncy. Stop for a moment. This is the cool spot to get out and look. Sorry. I don't do shout outs, but hello. Here we are. That's Cañon City, Colorado down there. Back in the car. Sorry about. Okay, on we go. Kind of on a time frame here work-wise, so I'm just doing this quick drive and then I have to scoot out of town. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate you so much. Again, sorry for the bounciness. Just doing what I can with what I've got on this camping trip. Melanie. Hi, Wolverine. Welcome in. Please don't forget to double tap that screen for me. We are on Skyline Drive in Cañon City, Colorado. I need to put my seatbelt on so that we are not hearing that the whole time. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I appreciate you. How's everybody's day going? Hello, Dee. Sorry, my phone goes off every 5 seconds because of work. Ashley! Hey, babe. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm testing out lives. I've never done lives. Well, I've done one before. But this drive's too cool to not do a live. Thank you, Dee. Thank you for subscribing. If anyone wants to drop a comment in my shorts, I will be happy to subscribe back when I am not driving on this very narrow road. I'm doing well, Ashley. How are you? I'm just headed out back home from my camping trip. But this drive is so cool. Can you see the hawk up there? He's right above my head. There are so many hawks in this area. I was very surprised. One love! What's up? It is kind of sketchy, but it has really pretty views. And it's on my way home, so I was like, I gotta hit this because I haven't been down this way in probably 7 or 8 years. I do like bees, Wolverine. Not much. What's up with you, One Love? How's your day? I think from this road you get to see an aerial view of the prison. So Cañon City, Colorado, which is where we are, is home to 7 of our highest security prisons in Colorado, all in one place. So it's kind of a crazy spot. But there's a prison here that's very famous. It's called the Territorial Prison. And it is very bleak. It has big canyon walls, and it's just all desert. They have no green. But I think we get views of it when we come down the other side of this, if I recall correctly. Thanks for coming in, guys. This was just sort of a test, but I am very happy that some people came. Got my Ashley and my One Love. We got some new people, so that's awesome. Welcome, Wolverine. This is another kind of cool view. I don't know if you can see. I'm new to this, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do these lives better, but you gotta start somewhere, right? Thanks, One Love. Thanks, Ashley. You guys are always the best. I appreciate our little fam, and I appreciate all the new people coming in. You're always welcome. Okay, now we're coming down the other side. Yeah, the prison's straight ahead, so I think we'll get a good view of the prison. I just feel so bad for those prisoners. I would be so depressed. So I went to the Royal Gorge the other day, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't live stream there, but it was really, really windy. So I was like, It's not, it's just going to be noisy and annoying. It was so windy on the bridge that I was afraid that my phone was going to blow out of my hand. It was sketchy because it's like a suspension bridge and it was really windy and you could feel the bridge like moving and bouncing. Wolverine, is that Caleb? Or is it just somebody else who likes Reaper peppers? Okay, we're gonna get out here really quickly because I want to look at the prison. So hang on a second. My car yells at me. Oh, you can't even see it from here. Never mind. I thought you could. Oh yeah, you can. That's the territorial prison. Oh well, I don't know how to work this. I have a Bronco. That's my little ride. Hey, Austin. Yeah, I'm returning home from a camping trip. But I wanted to hit this Skyline Drive on my way out. And had to take a look at the prison. How are you today, Austin? It's good to see you. Dang, we got some people hiking up this road. That's crazy business. Thanks, Caleb. Always looking out for me since I don't drink. Okay, let's try not to run these people over or go off the road. Hello. You starting a little early there, Caleb? Oh, you know it, Austin. I wish I had been. My goodness, it was so hot. So we're in southern Colorado in the high desert, and it is really hot here in August. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to camp over here, but for a very pale-skinned person, I got way too much sun and I was hot. It was very hot. Luckily, the campground did have a pool, so I was like bougie camping. So that was nice. They had a pool, they had like nice showers and stuff, so it was not too bad. It could have been worse had I been camping somewhere else, but it was fun. It was a little solo mission. I went by myself. Ashley, he had me fooled for a second longer than he normally does, but then he talked about Reaper peppers. This guy appears to be talking to himself. Look at this guy. He was doing the most. He's like flailing his arms. He's behind me now. What the hell? Hi, Dima. Welcome. Roger. Welcome. Please subscribe if you like what you see. We're finally down that thing. And if you don't mind double tapping that screen for me. We're just learning how to do lives, so thank you all again for coming in. I'm gonna probably start going live more when I'm doing interesting things. I'm not somebody who wants to just like sit and talk. I'd rather be in somebody else's streams for that kind of a thing. But when I'm out doing interesting stuff, I definitely will, Ashley. Thank you, Roger. Yeah, you've probably seen me. I'm in the streams a lot. I don't usually stream. I think this is my second time ever streaming, and the first time was a colossal failure. It was in the winter time up in Aspen, Colorado, and the roads were super icy, and it was even bountier than this live is, and I was like, okay, never mind. Yeah, that was really cool. I hadn't been up there in about 8 years, so I figured while I was in this area, this part of the state, I'd better do that drive on my way back. We're in Cañon City, which is just maybe about 40 minutes west of Colorado Springs, Colorado. So I'm going to drive back through Colorado Springs. I'm going to visit my late husband's grandmother and say hello to her for a while. And then I'm back to Denver, which is where I live. But I just wanted to pop on here really quickly. You did, Roger? How cool. Hey, Alex. It sure is. I just went live to do a drive. You can see it if you rewind the stream. I'm actually going to be getting off here pretty shortly because I'm going to be boring highway driving. I'm just headed back from my camping trip. Awesome, Roger. Yeah, it's a really, really beautiful area in Colorado. I love coming here later in the season. August was a little on the hot side for me, but I'll come here like even into late September and camp because it's warmer. So it's a great place to go toward the end of the season. And I got away from work, so I was like, I might as well do some camping. I did not camp with anyone. It was a solo mission. I deal with people all the time for work, and I just wanted to get away by myself for a while. Thank you, Alex. I'm so glad you popped in. Yeah, it was really fun. I'm kind of a super independent person as it is, so I like camping just as much by myself as with other people. It's a totally different experience either way. And I love doing both. So yeah, this was really nice. It was nice to get away from the craziness of work and the hustle and bustle of the city. We're just driving through downtown right now in Cañon City. I'm going to hop on the highway here in a minute, so I'm going to get off. But I really appreciate all of you popping in. I didn't expect so many people. I was just kind of thinking I was going to turn it on and check it out, see how these lives work. I get a lot of compassion burnout and a lot of just emotional exhaustion. I run a sober living company, so dealing with relapses all the time. You get to know people well, and then you see them struggle. It's a lot of work. It's very rewarding, but it's very intense. So it's just really nice to get away sometimes. I had not taken a day off in over a year, so yeah, it's an interesting line of work, but sober living saved my life. I was an addict. I had a very severe alcohol problem after my husband committed suicide, and I struggled a lot. Ended up doing some time in jail, and then was able to sell my house and use the money to bond myself into treatment. And I did 90 days of treatment and then a year and 4 months in sober living, and it saved my life. And so now I give back to everybody else. And I wanted to stay in the community and help other people who are in early recovery, because I have 3 years sober now, and I love what I do. But yeah, it gets very tiring. Hi, Teresa. Good to see you. Welcome in. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate all of you. Roger, Ashley, Wolverine, all of you. Monkey, good for you. Cold turkey is very hard to do. I really commend people who can do that. I obviously quit cold turkey as well, but that was because I was locked up. So that really did me a favor. Now that I look back on it, I was very, very glad that things happened the way they did, because it got me sober. Yeah, Caleb, it's not easy. You've got to, if you really want to, I definitely recommend doing inpatient treatment. I think, so many of us who struggle with alcohol and substance abuse have underlying, mental health stuff going on, and, we self-medicate. And so if I hadn't done the inpatient portion, I don't think I would still be sober. I think it's important to address all of the mental health stuff that goes along with it before you try to remain sober. I wouldn't have been able to after all of the trauma I'd been through. Well, treatment helps because it gets you sober, first of all, but then it helps you address why you're drinking and what you need to do to change that. It helps you take a look at the bigger picture. Teresa, I know very little. I do know some, but I know very little. So definitely not an authority on that topic. Really, Roger? That's, a lot of people find that it's the opposite. So that's interesting. I know the more isolated I became, the more heavily I drank. Yeah, weed is controversial for me. It's still a substance, and it still can affect you and impact your life negatively. But the medicinal properties are, also something to look at. And so I think for me, that one is a very case by case thing. Yeah, me too, Austin. I was an equal opportunist when it came to drug and alcohol use, but alcohol was my primary drug of choice. That was the one that was the real problem. Sorry, I apologize for my phone going off like crazy. It's a work day technically, so all of the ladies in our program are messaging me. Oh my gosh. It never stops. Monkey, that's so wonderful. I'm so glad that you met somebody that helped you like that. Hang on to them for sure. Yeah. Hey, David, welcome in. I'm going to be getting off here in a moment. We were just doing the Skyline Drive.